baited.
No!
It would have fit the bill, right? A weak side top laner that can scale in his own right.
Sometimes, you know, people like the flavor of the month, and sometimes people like vanilla ice cream. And Odoamne is a vanilla ice cream man today. We'll see. The thing is, Vitality know this is coming. They have to know that this is coming, but they're still just level 1.
They're just going onto Peach.
Trying to harass Peach. This is smart. Makes the dive that much more difficult. They're actually getting away with so much. Ignore really wasn't in a position to cover. Now maybe they kill Hylissang. Hylissang flash to safety. Knock up there. Good immediate lockup. Patrick flashing in first blood. It's clean. Downhill.
He get to his level 6, but...
Hold that thought. BTO now in the difficult position Cinders also find themselves in. When multiple members collapse on you from multiple angles, scat of the week, not enough. Jackie's now getting a kill, and we talked about it before to make mistakes. Pressure here on the bottom side.
Look at Kazi.
Kazi low, but Dagwas is here to cover. Peach just has the dragon. As long as GX don't overextend here.
And he could just run through mid and potentially contest, because you could see Dagwas wants to contest them.
Yep, level 6 for Dagwas. Does he want to use the ult? Photon trying to find the angle and has the ghost if they want to use it. Odoamne has flash, will flash back into the brush. Boomerang Blade trying to get extra movement speed. The pullback is there. Ulti. As Photon goes all out, a quick kill pickup. Easy for the side of Vitality to pick up. That said, they don't really have anyone topside, but luckily for them, GX have no resources committed here at all past Odo. Now the roam back down to bot lane. 4 members committed here for the side of GX. What can they get?
No TPs up for Vitality.
Flash out. Karzi still has cleanse available, trying to get away. Hylissang very likely to drop here. Knock back there. Where are you at, audience fans? Got to make sure you commit. It's very important.
Oh, no.
If you write something on a sign, you have to commit.
Okay.
Very important to me.
I missed the sign. I missed the sign. What was the sign?
I'm not going to go into it. I'm not sure if we're supposed to go into it. But they know what they need to do. Karzi knows what he needs to do too, which is get out. The cleanse.
Yeah, this is rough.
Unnecessary. He was dead already. GX just continued to get kills on the bottom. Yeah. GX taking free second Drake, and this is certainly one way. You talked about it. A lot of people feel like Smolder greater than all of the superior late game buffs, but I don't know, at the pace that GiantX are picking up these Drakes, very likely that they're going to be able to start contesting pressure to leverage Grub buff at this point in the game. It might change as we get later. Hylissang walking in. Unbreakable coming out a bit ahead of schedule, but Dagwas is here first. Do they feel confident enough to pull the trigger on this play? The pullback, where's it going to go? Ignore already pulled back at the start. Karzi happy to have the kill, and again, GiantX. They just needed an extra second. They thought they spotted the window of opportunity when the Unbreakable was down, but now it's Patrick who's in trouble.
Patrick.
The follow-up is there. There's no way he gets out of this one. Jackie's on the backside of the fight. Peach now going in, but they don't have the damage kill. Everybody, the flick back onto 2 is clean. Karzi flapping his way out to safety. Peach desperately trying to kill the Smolder. Meanwhile, Photon body blocking, healing. Peach remounting, chasing down the little dragon. And now they go for Dagwas. Bounces off his teammate's head.
And it's just a full 5v5. The whole team comes down.
It's a Herald, not a Baron. Vitality says thank you very much.
It's not terrible. GiantX was soft contesting that, seeing if they could fish for a steal whilst Odo is bot side, but Vitality...
Patrick gets caught out here. That could all fade away. Jackie's going forward with the flick back. Unbreakable already used before the fight kicks off. There it is. Now looking for the re-engage here. Jackie's just continuing to free fire. Good damage now coming forward. Patrick just getting to run rampant in this fight. VTO has to find the angle on the scatter of the week, but he doesn't get it. Pick onto Hylissang to kick things off.
Doesn't matter. You can't face check. GiantX leverage it.
Yeah. And I think it's really important that you try to contest the Braum there. If you let him use Unbreakable when it's convenient for him, that champion is insanely broken. But if you walk up, you force it out early and then pick the fight, definitely feels like you will respond to the bot side play, to the third dragon, to the sole point going to GX with a tower on the top side.
Yeah. Really now is sweep out the entirety of the top side vision, and then move to dragon after, just in case that the side of GiantX want to flip the Nash again.
To do some damage, but GiantX aren't even going to worry about it. Happy to concede that goal just to keep their positioning.
Yeah, you need Photon to face check, don't you? He's popped the Elixir of Iron to be extra tanky so that he can.
Patient. Wall off to the side. Jackie's getting picked. If they can just burn him down here quickly. But no, the flip back is excellent. Odoamne now trying to cover Mom. Coming in. Jackie's flashing out to safety, getting clipped by the edge. Odoamne with Mega. Vitality immediately pulling back from the choke. They see the window of opportunity as clearly as Giants do. They don't want to give anything up. Pull back again, good. Q3 coming in from Photon to buy a bit more of an angle. TP from Jackie's is available. Vitality successfully have bought themselves space and time. Mini Gnar about to come through from Odoamne. 15 seconds before he can start stacking Rage again. That's going to be big.
Watch Ignore on the flank. He could get into the backline with Vetio there. Peach has the flash too.
Charm the angle, the instant follow-up now coming through. The flick back is clean! The execution flawless from GX. Hylissang now trying to pull back, no damage left. It'll be Soul from GX, but they want more. They want another kill onto Hylissang. Photon running, and in the blink of an eye, Peach and Ignar flawlessly working together to finish the job.
The flash is coming.
Waiting. There have been so many moments.
Yeah.
You would assume that this duel right off the bat would click and everything.
In the top side, do not have any damage to burn down Jackie's. The ultimate almost takes him down, but he still has TP, so it's not the end of the world.
Okay. Well, there's Smolderall, and most of the wave is gone.
My question to you, Dracos, is are you ready?
Am I ready for
It was T1
game?
versus Nongshim.
I'm not ready for that. Level 16 game's over kind of vibes, which I also don't necessarily think is true for Kassadin, although it feels that way sometimes. But Hylissang potentially overcommitting. A lot of resources being used to kill the Braum, but Hylissang flashes back to the safety of Photon, still stunned up, trying to dash back. Extra little bit of shielding coming in. GX need to keep the ball rolling. Pressure on the top side, 50 seconds left on the Baron. They still got a cannon. VTO just going to take it away, though.
Oh,
will
no,
now be in trouble. Ignar just takes his time, just waits, goes passive, forces him to backstep. Flash out from VTO is clean, however. Karzi now ready to turn the fight. Sneezes on him. Photon trying to get a bit more space. The fall-off damage onto Patrick. Patrick getting shut down. Smolder looking for the resets, and it's a baby dragon, baby, and we've been here before. We know what happens. He's online. For Karzi, he's been beat up this entire game. Now finally he gets to strike back. Fire rains from the sky. Dragon's not even involved. Peach now running. And look how... All right, VTO. He had the fancy footwork in the previous play, but I don't think there should be any way for him to get out of this one, let alone grab a kill, as long as Jackie doesn't overcommit. One quick pick on the side lane, perhaps an angle for GiantX to regain control. Who are they trying to give this to? Are they trying to stall the death to make sure that he's down for longer so they can look for the next objective? It is 44 seconds to the soul. Oh, that's some Overwatch tactics, baby. Stagger the respawns. You love to see it.
Oh, look at the TP. They're going to completely chase this down. Long range. They've got to kite up towards Photon.
Confidence from GX as we talk about this decisiveness. They kill that baby dragon! No. They've got a way back! Elder for GX!
They've got no wave mid, though. I don't think they can end.
They're just big game hunting Vitality members one at a time! Vitality had rested this game. They had regained control, but they're just split. They're just a little over-eager. GiantX, fantastic.
Totally.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a universal question. Can any of us overcome our daddy issues? It's hard. Something we all work on. This should be the end of the game, but because of one baby dragon, it's uncertain, it's unclear, and now Odo potentially caught out. This is still a bold play. Will they try to pull back? If they go on to Jackie's with the pullback here from Photon, it could be big. Smolder calling in Mom. Trying to buy a bit of time, a bit of space. And meanwhile, VTO pushing out. Not necessarily the split pusher I would have wanted to see, but Photon getting lower and lower. Engage from Peach completely whiffs, and that is big. Now the turn. Not enough burst to get through Peach, not enough to get him down to that. GiantX win here. They're better than T1. Is that what you're trying to say, Aaron?
Sure.
Going now to really get anything else.
The snap engage is so good, so if Hylissang ever does the Hylissang, pull the trigger.
Now an engage onto 2 is big. Odo immediately going to fall up, and that should just be it. VTO goes golden, gets a brief moment. Karzi on the wrong side of the wall, getting away from the poke, trying desperately to hold on. Patrick getting chunked out. Well, Photon trying to finish the job. Photon going in, unstoppable, wants to finish off Patrick. Patrick dancing, diving, ducking. The Kalista lives. GX, what else can they on X? How many Elder Dragons do you think will be taken? Okay, start off good here. Mom called in. Jackie's getting chunked out. Ignar trying to disengage. VTO untouched off to the side. Odo 1 going in, knocking multiple members back to the wall, but Vitality peeling back beautifully. Karzi still standing for now, but he can't quite get back over the wall. VTO laying down a bit of damage, but Patrick goes golden. The stasis pays off. Buys the perfect item to save the day. Karzi flicked back, and GiantX might have just done it. Photon taken down. They want to march down the mid lane and end it here.
And they found the engage they needed. They found it onto Hylissang, that pick. The stasis coming out into the Syndra ultimate and managing to find the flip back onto Karzi as well.
And that's it. No more Elder Dragons, just the one was all it took. Smolder not unbeatable, not unbreakable. Clean early game from GX, a sloppier mid game. But when push came to shove, they found the angle. They found the fights. And they'll find the win. Their run continues. 3 wins now, tying up SK, fighting for top 8 in the LEC, taking down the 5-2 Vitality. And one more Hylissang death for all those keeping up with the drinking games. It's a beautiful GX win.
Incredibly important win too.
Stop her from getting into the fight. Obviously, we know the impact of a Poppy ultimate. The Keeper's Verdict, knocking a few of these champions away can be a big difference maker, but good poke and really good setup from the side of SK. Yeah. The reliable vision, but surely Grassprocs are going to feel okay with the power of the shield. As Isma now rotating into mid lane. Knockback onto Humanoid. Humanoid, is he going to be forced to flash here? Mantra, W for the extra healing. 52 health now coming in, but the red buff ticking away. Humanoid has to flash, but he's going to flash back into what? Razork? I don't think Razork can save him here. He's going to try to body block on Isma, but the good damage, the Mantra Q, the fire. Now coming in. Razork wants to go forward. The root is there as well. The healing again, the Mantra W coming from Humanoid is everything, but there's a little soccer ball. Getting it done. It's a 1-for-1. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, SK engaging on the Fnatic bottom lane. Backstab coming in for Noah, but now he doesn't have the parkour to get over the wall. Nice stun comes in from Dots, but the cleanse is clean. Noah just outplays him. He knows the resources that he has, but Execute desperately needs to get a kill back. Flashing away from Johnny, wants to get the auto, but Noah wants to finish the job. Execute. Oh, turned back. Noah plays it like an absolute. Now the setup on the bot side is there. Hex flash over the wall from Jun. Waiting, biding his time.
Irrelevant has TP if he wants to do this, but it might be
going for the engage. Knock up to interrupt. Doss is clean from Jun. The patience from Alistair. Band advantage for the side of Fnatic. Razork should just be able to clear the objective out. It is 3 grubs to the side of SK, but 1.5k gold lead for the same amount of time just being ready for the counterplay.
Yeah, so they had a small window where flashes were still down for another 10 seconds, but they couldn't quite find it. Now Humanoid,
Niski,
damage.
Getting massively chunked. Irrelevant. There's the dominance. Oscar! Just one tapped on the top side. Especially for Irrelevant, who's now significantly far ahead top side. Look at that itemization. Sundered Sky completed for Renekton to a Bomby Cinder Ninja Tabbies. This lane is going to be unplayable for Oscar. Wave right here. I'm pretty sure they win the 3v3 unless they immediately lock Noah down, which is a tough task.
There it is.
Now the TP coming in. Ulti to try to disengage. Flash forward to the ball breaker. Lightning crash immediately coming out. Dot's now going to be in trouble, but it's a clean turn back with the ult from Dots. Do they have the damage? Do they have the follow-up? X off to the side is getting murdered. The damage not there from SK. The cooldowns connect, but Fnatic have the man advantage. Now the package from Niski. There. Niski going into the pit, going out of the pit. Not where he wants to be.
27-20.
All right, SK. Is Poppy undiveable? I think the answer is yes, but she does not clear the wave fast enough.
Yeah. Well, if they manage to take down the tower, they're just going to have to slow burn him.
Now they can turn on Oscar. Ulti comes in from the Varus. All right, Poppy undiveable, but the tower is gone. Oscar, you need to get the hell out. That was your cue to leave. But in the meantime, we have to keep our eyes on the mid lane. Number of members on the top side of the map.
Are they going to send 4 people down bot side? Irrelevant has to be careful here. He is full HP. He's got wave clear.
Got wave clear, yes. There's a TP now coming in too. But this is 5 members of Fnatic committed for this Crocodile. The counterplay is already happening in the mid lane. Dominus coming out. Good bit of damage. Healing there from Irrelevant. Buying as much time as he can. Now trying to double dash out to safety. That's the slice. Has a bit of extra healing from Cole the Meek. Buys a lot of time, but mid lane tower.
Yep.
I think it's just going to fall here. Noah isn't enough on his own. If he steps up, he's just going to get taken out. The rest of the team now is running in full speed. Niski already pushing in top. If they get mid lane tower here, it's a terrible trait for Fnatic that they clear the wave just in time. Niski will grab a tower top, but mid will go down. Now, going in, the disengage is there this time around. Executed slowly for another second, but there's a lightning crash from Noah. They're trying desperately to keep him alive, but Fnatic are still stronger. Niski now TPing in. He's going to get 1 kill. He shuts down Noah. They're going to get another one, but the knockup from Jun is clean as Alistair is on fire. Niski's still living, burning, but he will survive for now. Razor going to go right back out to safety. The ball breaker there, but this blinking health bars. No more members, no more resources for Fnatic. TP now coming back in. Irrelevant there in the party, and the fight just will not stop. Razor still living. Razor trying to get one back. The sidestep is clean, but the shutdown is there. 600 gold to Isma.
Committing to the bot side siege with that Rift Herald. They have to, scramble. They have to go defend the mid tower, and then it devolves, right? You find Exakick with the Zeri engage.
Shuts downs. Look at his individual goal. He's 1.2k ahead now.
Contesting.
He's got package as well. Fnatic have to be incredibly careful. Noah is powerful, but is he enough? Knockback from Oscar. Could be good here. Niski trying to find the angle. Humanoid now in trouble. Lightning crash coming in for Noah. They try to disengage Noah on the backside, but Niski really not able to find an angle to attack, and slowly but surely, SK are taking over the fight because finally Exekick just gets a free hit. Humanoid on the run. Mantra Q good. Arrow not going to connect. Humanoid buys a brief moment. The Malignant's already there for Niski. Shield now coming in from the Locket. Isma on the chase. Roots coming in, the lockup there, and down goes Humanoid. Fnatic. They dominated those early.
Testing as 4. In the end, you just get so chunked before your Vi comes. You don't get a Poppy ult. You don't get
be used for top tier 2. Is Relevant still trading here? Not quite as initially Renekton favored. Yeah, the item spikes, of course, still 1.5 for both sides as it's evened out a bit. But the tower
generally doesn't do that much damage. But then when you see her fire like 5 Mantra Qs.
I appreciate that. I'm one of those lots of people. I am so tired of this champion having one ability. There it is. There's the one ability. Followed up with what might look like another ability. Don't be baited. But massive healing comes in from the Renekton as Irrelevant still continues to buy time. But only 2 members this time committed in the bottom lane. Already, though, you can see in the picture the Renekton takes forever to kill because they don't do enough damage. SK are right onto the objective. There's no TP for Humanoid.
Oscar has TP, though. He could TP in from the side. There's a TP ward there on that.
Oh, SK, what's the call? You just spent so much. You lost so much already. You need to turn back and try to get something. Is it the Baron? Razork in the back of the pit. TP now coming in from Oscar.
They can turn onto the Nash.
They just turned back and burn the objective. SK,
it's a 4K!
Oh my god! Fnatic fans, give SK a round of applause. It's one of the greatest leashes we've seen in pro play. That was terrible. Fnatic punishing SK for their indecisiveness. They had to pull the trigger. They failed to. It jammed on them. And that was the worst. I feel like in these clutch moments, SK keep just making the wrong choices. Niski getting caught out on the bot side, punished. Niski just probably going to die before this play even starts. Nice body block comes in from Isma. Irrelevant there trying to save the day, but the tower is already down. Oscar on the chase, Vault Breaker forward. Meanwhile, a bit of pressure in the mid lane as Jun just tries to leverage the Baron buff. Root is there to disengage. Oscar locked up under the tower. They're trying to pick off the Fnatic top laner. Oscar overextends. Good punish from SK. Fnatic a bit over eager. DOS now.
So, free Dragon off the back of Oscar in and overextending.
Oh, maybe even more. Maybe a free Razor because he now tries to flash out. Niski's doing good damage. The follow-up not quite there. And good knockup comes in from Jun. Noah now going to follow up. Niski, was the Dragon not enough? DOS now dies. What is happening? Do they have... I don't know what to say about this one. It's all over the place. SK need to get it together quickly. Yeah. Again, they are not locked yet. If they win here, they're locked. If they lose, it's BDS who's locked, and there's one less slot overall. Execute getting poked on the backside. Razor going in, but Fnatic have they overcommitted once more? No. Another Mantra Q. No one is hitting Humanoid. He's allowed to rain Hellfire down upon them. A good pick to start it off. SK fire back. Niski potentially getting over aggressive here. Humanoid not trying to dash to safety. Good stun comes in from DOS. Flashed over the wall from Irrelevant to punish.
Fnatic! Wait, this is just a chain of events.
4K gold lead for Fnatic. 2 Drakes to 2 Drakes. 3 items for Noah. 2.5. Jun not going to be in too much trouble. Tries to turn a bit of a trade of cooldowns here. Razork looking for the setup. Ulti going wide from Exekick is big. Maokai disengages. The ult clipping Razork is big. He goes in. He's unstoppable. The fall damage not quite there. Yes, it is! Noah and Humanoid finally playing together in this choke point. Doing so much work. The retreat now coming in. Niski needs to get the hell out. Fnatic, they see their opportunity. Flash forward from Noah. He's going to finish one. Can he parkour right over the wall to go for the next instead? Focusing his sights on Irrelevant. The Crocodiles evaded them for so long. Irrelevant now trying to turn it back. Steadfast presence there. Irrelevant waiting as long as he can. He can double dash back through the wave. Will do so. Noah now chasing, but the movement speed is there for Fnatic. They've got the lead. 3 items on the side.
Third Dragon mid-prior favored Fnatic, so now they're going to start a Baron immediately. You can see they're just playing point guard. They're not letting SK come through. Australian ult comes out as well.
In that situation, I think you just hold it. Let the 15-second cooldown come back through, but gets Niski out for a moment. Doesn't amount to too much. The objective focused here. Good damage coming in onto Oscar. Fnatic now going to turn. Baron at 3.6k health. Reset now coming in courtesy of the Maokai. With a bit more damage. Niski untouched on the backside. Maybe he can get something done. The Corki's just not enough. Irrelevant still standing. Noah godlike. And we know what Zeri does when she gets this kind of lead. And it's just slaughter everybody on the side of SK. Jun going to grab that kill. Fnatic descending. Punishing SK there. Once again, Exekick getting dropped at the start of the fight instantaneously. Fnatic know exactly what they're doing.
12-2. Noah cleaning up again in every single fight, and it's just a beautiful bit of macro play from Fnatic, forcing objectives. That's the second fight in a row. They've picked fights against SK with Exekick not having flash.
Oscar flashing in. Niski zooming past, just trying to delete the wave. Razor going incredibly low. Niski going back into the tower. He's shooting fish in a barrel. He can't quite hit. That one does connect. Willing to concede the third Drake, but not willing to concede the Baron. Now they'll get first setup on that Baron. The next 10 seconds, so that Baron is gone.
Needs to ult.
Exekick, is he not? He flashes away to sidestep. That's big. Exekick flash now down. Oscar and buying a bit more time. The objective is already gone. Baron is down. If they do not win this fight immediately, the game will end in favor of Fnatic. SK advantage thus far. Flashing from Irrelevant, looking to lock down Noah, but immediately Razork turns and protects his carry. Jun buying as much space as he can. DOS with some good lockdown, but Jun is so damn tanky. It's not Alistar in the lane anymore. Pole of ulti takes effectively 0 damage. Loses only like 50% of his health bar, tanking 4 members of SK. Now an easy siege for Fnatic.
Now, the thing is, SK do have a decent amount of wave clear with the Corki Rockets, with the Corki Q and the Varus
coming in too. SK, do they want to fight here or do they want to back off? Stun there from Irrelevant. Noah again just free firing. Ulti coming in from the Maokai, but the knockback is there. Isma's out of the fight.
So SK are on a soft timer here. They need to defend this and potentially engage before the super minions flood the base. You can see Irrelevant ulting already for Fury.
Yep, flashing from Razork though. He knows Exekick doesn't have flash and they just delete the enemy carry. Point and click, seek and destroy. Niski the last one standing, the last one who could do the damage necessary. Flash away for the Mantra Q, the inner flame. Forcing Niski back, but the taxi play from Jun is clean. This man's an Alistar master. Just punishing left and right. Fnatic, 1 or 2 mistakes, but overall an incredibly clean game versus SK. Happy to have an extra win in their belt. Because of this win, BDS will, of course, lock playoffs, will lock top 8. They could be the big Fnatic fans today.
And throughout the entire game, constantly punishing that lack of flash.
Having a bit of extra damage there makes a lot of sense. Rek'Sai does also do damage. So this is very much about Smolder.
Yeah.
This is a protect the Smolder. Now the good news for G2 is
jungle, so now he's just going to cover a possible bot lane dive. We saw BDS look for these dives game 1, or last game. Didn't go too well. Level 2 just hit by Hansama as he flaps his way away. Hansama will fall for first blood, answering kill as Yike gets it.
I mean, that's how it's done, for the record.
That's
that was a
want.
Nice dive from Rogue. Like,
Hansama has TP though, ready?
That true. That's a flash in from Mickey.
Yeah, Comp does have flash, has used the heal. There's the Shadowing Strike for the stun. Follow-up continuing as Mickey falls lower. Mickey's just dying. Mickey? He's like a bee, but he loves catching waves. So at least looking for the hook here. Lands it onto Mickey, who can just Pheromancy crash down away. Flash, last embrace, and Mickey has no flash to get away. Marku's gonna flash, there's the stun. Oh, Mickey. 0-2-1. Because I think it uses a lot of energy. And like, we don't run everywhere. We wouldn't fly everywhere, you know?
That is a thought-provoking question, Medic. You should bring it up on a podcast sometime. Anyway.
Mickey going in. Markun looking for the flank. Dredge line away. There's the sun with the Shadowing Strike. Zoe Elise knocked up with the Pheromancy, but gets the shield. And Mickey's gone in once again. Zoe Elise gets one. Answered. Rogue. So far.
That was not as good.
No, that was, I mean, I don't really know where I was going.
Back to those glory days. Let's see how things pan out here as a dive is ensuing.
Shadowing Strike. Mom gets caught as Comp just falls. Tries to get the Dawning Shadow out, but it doesn't do much. Zoe Elise now has to flash as well, and the chase continues. Markun and Larson coming in for a bit of a Barney. Depth charge down onto Mickey. Will get the lock-up Shockwave as well to follow. Mickey once again.
Oh, it's another dive bot lane.
That it is. They're setting it up. 4-man stack. Depth charge onto Mickey. TP behind as Rek'Sai's looking to join this fight, but already Mickey and Hansama are deleted. A double. Broken Blade going in with a flash knockup. Larson not tanking the tower as of yet. The charge forward by the Rek'Sai as Broken Blade falls low. He tries the bow, gets a knock up the shield. Not enough. Trigger Seed won't save him now. We'll scale up as he starts to go around through the jungle.
He's also a little low.
Yeah, neither of them are like as peak as you'd like them to be. They're unlocking mid. They have 2 Drakes. So for Comp not to pick up the Rift Herald would have just been like, why? You know? Obviously, it's Rogue against G2 as Hansama is hooked. Hansama tried to TP away! He did! He tried to TP away! Just use your wings, man! That's what they're there for!
Oh! We need Kobe on the cast right now, because that TP for sure sucks. Like, oh, man.
Towers, Elite and Markun stepping forward, and Caps, Mickey, and Yike have to give them the time of day, have to respect it. Hansama still only at 133 stacks, while Comp is cresting over towards that 80 mark, currently sitting at 74. Broken Blade did win out top, but it doesn't really matter too much as another hook connects and Caps is pulled back. The depth charge knocks him up, and Comp knocks him down like pins in front of him.
In their first place, and they got rogued, which does seem to be a trend in the regular season.
Any eventuality, but Comp and Rogue just pushing in this top lane. Already bot lane tier 1 gone, already mid lane 1 and 2 have fallen, and Rogue are doing it by the book.
Have a deep control ward in Rogue's half of the map, which has now disappeared. Regardless.
Zoe Elise stretch lines away.
Bit of
Mickey looking for that flank. But this is what you could have denied this. You could have had wards deeper into this jungle, meaning that Mickey doesn't have these flank opportunities.
I mean, right now it is Rogue still first to the objective. It's Broken Blade acting as the front line, given how tanky he is.
Now they're trying to gate G2 from entering into this portion of the river. Broken Blade down to half. Zoe Elise with the death charge to knock up the Shockwave! Perfection from Rogue, but they don't get the kill on Hansama. He's still full HP, and Rogue are hurting. Finn tries to get off the backline, but Hansama has hit 225, and Rogue are hitting 6 feet under. Already Comp and Finn have died. Zoe Elise trying to escape, but there's no tower to save him. TP away from Larson. He'll survive this fight, but will his team's chances of playoffs do the same? G2 find 3
estimated Caps. We talked about how when you look at the whole comp, he has damage, but can he be a huge threat in the fights? I feel like he landed a massive...
It definitely works in the situation of this game. Zoe Elise, though, once again caught out a little bit. Broken Blade tanking up the tower, but he's fine. Gets out.
We are the fight over the mid wave. Dragon spawning 30 seconds.
Comp, man, you've got to use your wards. He's sitting on 4 right now. Rogue, they are setting up around the mid lane prior. They're going to get caught out as Zoe Elise is the first target. Depth charge, Shockwave once again, the Dawning Shadow. Marku kills one. Hansama able to dash off to the back of the fight with another dredge trying to land on the Broken Blade. He's hopping at the Void Rush, but he'll get popped afterwards. No flash.
Finn is soloing the Dragon.
Back line. As you say, who have we got in terms of flashes? Larson Shockwave up in about 5 seconds time. Comp has a flash, though, at least only with a Hex, and G2 will give up the Drake, secured the soul for Rogue.
Time it right. The Baron is very low.
Nicky going in. There's Daisy to join the party. Broken Blade rooted up with the last embrace. Finn shows. Caps sees him. World Ender in. Marcoon flashes forwards. Then the shockwave as well as the kill off Yike. Caps chase up towards the top side as Mickey dives onto the back line. But Caps is down. And Rogue have found it. The fight they wanted. This whole split. They found it. Finally, they keep their life alive in playoffs. They shut G2 out of the fight. And they look towards the mid lane. Can they end?
Another incredible team fight from Rogue. This time,
Broken Blade's going to catch the wave.
He's going to try and interrupt. He's going to delay this as much as he can. But they still have minions available to them. The TP catch from Larson. He's going to force him back. Going to have to tunnel away to safety. Rogue have the Nexus in their eyes. Another incredible fight. Rogue, it looks like they have done it. They have taken down G2 for the second time this year.
And what a time to do it. Backs against the wall. The count at 9. They still have to get through G2. Broken Blade goes in with a Void Rush. Yike here to help out, but the damage sources are not available for G2. Rogue will keep themselves alive in the playoff race with a decisive win versus G2.
Carries, you typically think Zeri, Aphelios. Kalista is not usually the type of AD carry that they play. They've been much more about mid to late game team fights, much more about scaling. Oh,
yeah.
He's looking for it.
Looks like it. Lebrov and Ice are pushed up. Shea's on his way across. Lebrov flashing away as Alvaro looks for the concussive blows, and Lebrov is just down. Ice has to flash as well, but the chase continues. Ice knocked up with a Q3. Concussive blows again. There's a cleanse away. Ice is one auto from death, and Super finds it. It's a double for MDK in the bot lane, and the Mad Lions have come for a bit of a Barney. Shea's going to get a double in response as Elyoya looks to trade onto him, trying to stack up that Q. Manages to get the damage 3 for 2.
Oh, sustain. That's really helping him out in these trades. Now has a nice health advantage, which he's going to use to gain control over this mid wave. And remember, both TPs were invested, so K can leverage a prio mid and Elyoya to threaten some dives top. You look at Adam's HP and you're like, oh, that's actually in potential dive range. But they haven't been able to do that because of the pressure. I mean, credit to BDS. They've done pretty much everything right that they can do, and now they're going for the dive.
Yeah, Super has no cleanse. Nuke's going to just jump across here. Unbreakable comes out. Mom is called. Lebrov tanking the tower, can use the bailout phase call first. There's the stun on Ice, though, and with Ice tanking it secondary, BDS have botched the dive. It's gone all to hell.
I don't think I can ever forgive him for that.
So BDS now in a gold deficit. MDK have taken the lead with their ability to, from falling over. They want to get it in the next 25 seconds before the plates go down. After that, the manager will kick them out of the all-you-can-eat buffet and say, you've had your fill. Mom comes down again, and Bob's tanking it. He's down. He's just dead. Hostile takeover's used, but at some point, BDS, like, Insanity's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. It hasn't gone well for you the last few times. But MDK have read BDS like a book throughout this game, and Mirwin will be the one to take first turret.
He will.
If someone gave you a horse, right, if you were buying a horse, you'd inspect their teeth to see if they were infected. So it's now, oh, Reaver, still only one item as Ice as well.
I guess the plan is to maybe force a fight early and then TP back to top, but you look at Mirwin right now, he's already on the objective.
Alvaro going forward, there's the Unbreakable. TP coming in from Mirwin. TP behind as well by Adam. Mum being called. Sheo has to get away from the back of the fight. Adam TP'd in and MDK disengage. A hostile takeover used as well by Lebrov. In terms of ultimates, we still have Adam's Dominus. Still have the Pop Blossom. We still have Tibbers as well. Frescowi and Mirwin can team up very effectively if they can find that double ult combo. Dragon down to 6,000. Sheo's already reset. Like, BDS, are you just going to keep this busy for the next 40 seconds or so? Because I think MDK can take it before Sheo is even able to get there. But the fight continues as Alvaro puts up the Unbreakable once again, and Adam just dashes into his demise. Super takes him. BDS, that just seemed like such a greedy fight to take. Your jungler had reset. There was no way you were going to win a smite fight, and Adam flashes into his death.
I mean, MDK did everything correctly. Just as the top wave was hitting the tower is when they chose to force the fight. Alvaro was in initially... Oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah, Alvaro's going to get caught out here. Puts the Unbreakable down. Nuke dashing across the wall. Charm lands. Nuke will get one. Get the Spirit Rush reset. Crescent Guard out from Elyoya, but Elyoya will fall to Sheo, who rejoins the action. Super has cleansed.
Decided that this composition is going to be harder and harder to fight the longer the game goes.
Alvaro smartly putting 4 points in the E as well means that Unbreakable is up even more often in the fights. Sheo trying to get away from Mom. Super flashes for the concussive blows. and Friscawi will take the kill. Shut down over to him. For Adam is as well, like he had to blind pick his top laner, and the Nico could still flex. So there was always this risk of, well, maybe they just pick Nico into it and mess us up. Hostile takeover eaten by the wall. Only Alvaro goes berserk. TP in by Friscawi, counter TP by Nuke. Shale falling low, and he will fall first. Elioya takes the kill. Tangle.
Both teams are now looking at these outer towers as the next primary objective, right? To get them down gives you greater access into the enemy jungle. Bet gives you...
He's looking for the flank. He's down towards the bottom side. If you can separate Alvaro from some of the backline, then you have an access point. Then you have a way in, but already Lebrov unable to see the Annie waiting in the bush, and there's two. The Dragon as well for MDK, and Vedi is 3 minutes later, but I think this might spell a Baron.
Certainly looks like it. Ice now in danger.
Has to flash away. They continue to chase Sheo. That's it. It's done. MDK have scaled. Welcome to the late game 20.
This flank will try to answer it. You just engage on one of the two sides. Lebrov ends up being the target. Friscawi completely one-shot.
A very difficult opponent right now, but getting this gets them to 3 wins, ties them up with GiantX and SK. Karmine, Corp and Rogue obviously play later on today. I would Inhibitor Tower a possibility, as they still have a cannon minion in this wave, 3 casters alongside it. And a Tibbers, if you want to tank the tower with that, likely send that in first, then let the minions stay healthy enough that the backdoor bonus isn't removed. This tower's becoming tankier, obviously, when minions aren't around them. TP possibilities here. Any flank wards, there's one all the way in the pit, in Dragon Pit for BDS if they want it. Nuke does have a TP. Mirwin pushing in mid lane, takes those towers, melts them like a knife through butter. Mom called just to send BDS packing. They've been grounded to their fountain. 2 weeks in the sin bin for them, as MDK force BDS back and will take 2 inhibitors off this push, most likely.
They're going to keep going. Remember that Friscawi still has the flash ulti available.
So does Mirwin. And there we go, Crescent Guard for the knockback, the shutdown from Super unstoppable. Ice, Lebrov and Nuke can only stand and watch as MDK raise their base to the ground. Nuke tries to dash in, hostile takeover, dodged to the side by Super, and perhaps MDK stepped a little bit too far forward as Nuke finds another bailout, brings it back. Mirwin trying to get away, does still have that Pop Blossom if he wants to go back in, but Super's low. Super's ticking down, there's the Pop Blossom, and Super! He dashed into his death, the triple! In the end, for Ice, the final kill for
putting extra pressure on top. They know that they can leave Mirwin largely alone, but why bother when you can create this collapse and likely kill Adam?
Adam has no flash. Will slice initially. Will try and dice away, but doesn't have it, so can't really use it. Starix heals him up a bit, though, so now they can look for a re-engage, perhaps with the Dominus coming down. MDK still very healthy. The tower's already fallen. Sheo looking for perhaps a flank position. Nuke lands the charm. Only onto Alvaro, puts up the Unbreakable. Minion wave cleared out. Those Supers now knocking on the Nexus as Ice decides those are his first priority right now. What have we got in terms of objectives? Well, there's Cloud Drake up, but it's no one's soul. Would only put either team on the 3rd, and I don't think BDS really have the option of going out and taking it. The Baron's still a minute away. Obviously, Baron would help MDK's push quite substantially. But for now, they have to wait for that objective. Elioya with the knockup from the Q3. Sheo. Stormbringer's down, hostile takeover lands onto 2, but not onto Super. That's the key target there. And with the minion wave being escorted, once again, only one Nexus tower stands between MDK and their 3rd win of spring. Mirwin escorting that minion wave in the top lane. Nuke down to half HP from a small combo out of Super. And with 3 inhibitors down, BDS are well and truly out of this game. Super minions will be doubled in all the lanes from their next spawn. TP behind here is Adam perhaps looking for the flag. Actually, I think it's Nuke who's TPing behind them. Nuke goes in, lands the charm onto Super. Super almost falls, but Super's already killed off Ice. Lebrov goes down as well, and Super manages to survive. Oh no, it's not another Smolder Penta, is it? Adam retreats to the base. The Nexus towers the first target, but MDK, they see the 5K in their eyes. They want it. They pop the Dominus, Tibbers walks in first, Adam's not going to give it to him. You got to earn it, and on Smolder, you don't have to do much to do that. MDK, no. Still knockups.
All right, no.
Just into the wall.
Okay, so I wouldn't say that Karmine Corp have a wombo combo. They do have very good scaling. I love the fact
catch the minions as they crash.
Done a good job of farming.
He's done a very good job of farming. Right? That's one of the strengths of the Zeri. It's not actually too much threat on you as Bo. Looks towards the top lane. Wonder jumps away. Bo flashes, but he misses the knockup. Bo's going to take an extra tower shot, and Cabo still gets the kill. Bo can EQ across this wall, dodge the vision.
His way
Wonder
through
has
those
no
wards.
flash.
They have information on where Jankos is. He's going to get here too late, though.
I mean, Wonder is starting to get away from this. KazaLoLLCShighlights still on the chase. Jankos going to join the fray. Double bounce from Wonder, but he's killed by the Dragon's Rage there. Good kill from Bo as the chase continues. Jankos has no flash, and the collapse from Karmine causes enough. Trimby tries to help out his jungler, but even with the heal,
A numbers advantage first. Jankos is forced to flash away from his mid laner.
actually between the two teams, kind of what we often see in terms of neutral objectives.
Overall, on the sideline, but committing to the full support role is going to delay those stacks a little bit.
Wonder's build up Meganar. He has the TP as well. Only has that control ward down towards the bottom side. 2 TP2 though. So who's going to join in? There's the charm. Quickness on the back line. Root though onto Rakan as Targamas has to get away. Flackhead locked up in the Cataclysm, but he finds the last breath. Wonder gets a stun onto the wall as Upset's locked up, but already 2 kills. Over to Karmine Core. Wonder has to flash. The grand entrance, last embrace with the root. Trimby, Flackhead, and Zviru. It's actually only 1 kill so far for KC as they've only taken out Jankos, but that means the jungler is dead. Zviru flashes to the help of his team. Targamas and Upset forced down towards the bottom side of the fight. Trimby chasing onto Seiken. KazaLoLLCShighlights misses the undertow and gets knocked up, locked up, and the piercing dark will find its mark. Heretics take the Drake after Karmine Core killed the enemy.
Anymore means that it's going to be a much harder fight for Heretics to take. And I wonder if they'll actually just try to avoid fighting entirely, because I think that this is where
mid laner be mid laner, but Zviru, he spots Bo, still gets knocked up. There's the quickness as well. Targamas looking for the knock-up afterwards. Shockwave comes out. Targamas still chasing forward. Jankos, Glacial Prism, but Targamas unable to tank it in time. The Cataclysm back onto the back line from Bo, but he's left for dead. Targamas couldn't eat. Invested by Wonder, trying to build up that Mega Narbar. About 3rd right now, looking to go in. The quickness goes, but Flacker, the only one caught by it, flashed away by Trimby. 3,000 HP on the Drake. Bo goes in with the Cataclysm, the re-engage, but Trimby still alive on the Drake. Who's going to take it? It's secured by KazaLoLLCShighlights. Flacker trying to dive in. KazaLoLLCShighlights doing everything he can, but he'll fall as well. A decisive victory in the fight for Heretics. They
ball placement on the back line, then goes to shield Flackhead. They're trying to find access into the fight. Good engage initially from... Oh, but there's the shockwave onto the back. But it's the Gnar ultimate that actually sets up for Flackhead. Connects onto both Seiken and Upset.
0-1-7. Hasn't really been picking up the kills, but still a lot of damage to his name. Quickness in once again. There's the knockup with the Cataclysm going forward. Targamas doing everything he can to get Karmine Core back in the game. TP to the standard. Flackhead gets the knockup with the last breath, but I don't think it's going to be enough as Flackhead dives forward. The shockwave, the ultimate. Flackhead gets 2! It's beautiful, and now Upset has to do everything in this fight. The lightning crash, trying to build up the stacks. Bo still gets the damage onto Zviru, who is able just to escape for the moment, but Upset will find him. The shutdown down, the grand entrance of Upset in the fight, a triple. Isolate the engage. Who cares if you give up the dragon? You force the quickness out of him. Now you come back into the fight. Really good due diligence from Heretics. KazaLoLLCShighlights also is catching bot wave. Karmine Core wisely give this up. KazaLoLLCShighlights was not close enough.
Karma Zeri, you think in a war of attrition they should have an advantage just because of their range.
Actually, the plot of the Matrix as well. Initially, he dodged the bullets and then he just survived them. True. So Bo, though, caught out, didn't use the device, he's trying to get away. TP in by Wonder, he's built up that Mega Narbar. Targamas still just suspicious as he goes in. There's the charm and there's the chase in from KazaLoLLCShighlights. Stopwatch from Zviru. Dawning Shadow from Trimby for a bit of extra shield, and KazaLoLLCShighlights already down. The flash away from Zviru as well will keep him alive, and this is routing. Karmine Core left for dead. Heretics get 3 kills after killing Bo off earlier. Zviru's going to survive as well. They will get the Baron. And everything. With the wave crashing in mid, Wonder can just path back towards the mid lane, and Bo and Upset realize, well, someone's going to have to deal with this, or we just give up the tier 2 mid, which is what Karmine Core are deciding to do right now. Upset will catch the wave as it crashes towards the inhibitor tower, but then Wonder can go down towards bot lane if he wants. Doesn't have the TP, more likely to go towards top to bolster his team's offensive on this second tier 2.
Oh, nice shockwave on the Seiken.
Seiken might just be dead. Dawning Shadow is available for Trimby, but they don't quite use it. Jankos diving in as well, and as is Flackhead onto that backline. Immortal Shubo healing him up as well. Jankos is down, but it's Karmine Core have just been left for the Wolves. Upset getting chased out by Wonder. Targamas can dash away, can dance away, but for how much longer will Karmine Core be dancing? The battle dance out to upset gets him to safety. Double cannon minions will chip away at this tower. Trimby will do the same. They'll wait for the next wave to come in, and this will be an inhibitor tower broken by Heretics.
Slackhead is a good Yasuo player.
Yeah,
I mean,
he has only won 2 of his 5 games on the tower. Okay, it seemed to work. Now on Soul Point, as you say, this would be Soul for the Mountain, us for them. Bo goes in, but Jankos doesn't himself. Heretics with this cannon minion wave should be getting their 3rd tier 2 of the game.
now they may just choose to dive again. I think that from this position, it's a lot better, especially now that they have the Mountain Soul at their disposal.
Just walks at them. Like, Trimby does so much damage. He's got opportunity humors. Look at this. Trimby just killed him. That was all Trimby. Jankos, get the hell out of my kill feed. You didn't assist on that. That was all Trimby
Even
all
through the
time.
ultimate just to secure it as well.
150 stacks on the center at 30 minutes. And now the Nexus towers the target. The flash away by Trimby as Targamas looks for the engage. Trimby is having an absolute purple patch as Heretics are looking to beat Karmine, Corp, Purple and Bruise. This will be the Nexus. Heretics will take it, and Karmine Corp do still have a chance, but it is looking mighty slim that they make it into playoffs.